Being Your Best You with Dr. Kyre.
I'm exceptional, thank you. How are you today?
I'm so good.
Blocks to bold, brass to gold, better to best. We all get caught in mental mazes, believing that we have to live the way others see us, or being taught to think things through. Dr. Kyre is an agent of change using Geotran human programming and activations to quickly and easily release people from the automatic patterns and inner glitches that block their healthy, wealthy, happy life. Instead of going where our innate circuitry takes us. Being in alignment with you is the best way to create your best life. Are you ready to be your best self? Being Your Best You with Dr. Kyre. Welcome to the show.
Hello, welcome back. And we're going to talk today about one of my absolutely favorite topics, and I'm sure one that you'd be very interested in as well, which is money. Well, okay, money, prosperity, all that good stuff. And to assist me in this, we also have Dr. Kevin Richardson who's going to be joining us, the clinical hypnotherapist who, if you have been watching, you have already seen him at work. Now, one of the reasons that I invited him back again is because in the interim, he firstly totally cleared my sweet tooth. It didn't seem like it at the time for a day or two, but in the week since I spoke to him on this topic, it's like, I'm looking at the chocolate in my freezer, you know, they used to make chocolate truffles, and it's like, no interest at all. But more to the point is that hypnotherapy is really, really, really helpful in switching your abundance and prosperity back on again. And as that is a major topic for me with Geotran, but approaches it from a different direction, we just thought, we have such a treat for you, because we are going to switch on your prosperity in the course of the next hour, if you are willing. So when the moment comes, just say yes. And even if you're watching this on the replay, it will definitely work for you. So, hey, Dr. Kevin, so good to see you again. How are you doing?
Hey, good to see you. You're looking fabulous. You're looking fabulous.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Now, as I was just reminding our viewers, last time you were here on the show, we worked on sweet tooth.
We did.
Yeah.
And it was a little sideways, but it went sideways in a good way.
It was, and you will recall, or the viewers will recall, that I actually, tasted one of my chocolate truffles, the honey almond chocolate truffles, and I couldn't taste the chocolate part at all. It just didn't. So in the interim, I have obviously felt the need to keep testing this situation, and I've got a little bit of the chocolate back, but interestingly enough, what I have lost in a much more complete way is feeling this need to eat sweets. I kind of look at I have chocolate in the house because, of course, I make chocolate truffles, and it's like, it's not even a repulsion. It's just okay. So I'm just going to let our listeners know, because you already know, that the last time we actually talked, you did another process on me for releasing prosperity. Now, I work in prosperity in that area all the time. I mean, just all the time. That's really the starting place for a couple of reasons. One is that then people will have enough money to pay me. And another is that it's the place in our lives where we can see the changes most quickly and completely. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, of the big four: time management, relationships, health, and prosperity. Prosperity is the one that responds the most quickly, and it's the one that people actually usually need the most. and we can see the changes so quickly. And indeed, since we did that further process, my money picture has opened up quite a lot. And one of the interesting aspects of that is that I am waiting for some substantial funding from a colleague of mine overseas. And his energy around it has
Mhm.
also changed. He's got a lot more focus on this project that I'm peripherally involved in. And it should be coming to fruition like any instant. Oh, in the now.
Yay!
Not in the soon or someday, which never arrives. In the now.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for what we can do for this group.
Yeah.
Remembering that at both Geotran and hypnotherapy work perfectly well in groups and in the replay, so long as in the field you give your permission for this to have that
Correct.
impact on your subconscious, because the last thing we want to do is violate anybody's field, even for such a good result as getting them more money.
Right.
So,
well, it's so fascinating, Dr. Kyre. When we did the hypnosis to release the prosperity, there's so much that goes into the prosperity. You have the law of creation.
yes,
Law of creation is generated in the subconscious.
of course.
And from your perspective, you're working on a basic theory of quantum physics and quantum mechanics, that all human beings and all things have a vibration.
Absolutely.
And that vibration, based on the quantum mechanics, is that vibration can be communicating with two individuals at the same time, even though they're separated by distance.
Because when we're working together with a single mind, then we create a group, and that group has an energetic presence, and that group is affecting both the individuals in that group and also the group as a whole.
Right.
As we do this work, whether it's Geotran activations or hypnotherapy, of course.
And then part of the law of creation is being able to visualize or picture what you want.
Yes.
And
Yes.
it has to be a clear picture of what you want.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And then, okay, so we get the pictures and the words lined up. So we got left brain and right brain working together, which of course is
Right.
a big part of what you do and what I do. And then we have to allow it.
We have to allow it. So what does hypnotherapy do, and how does Geotran work with this? You're working with the vibration of creation.
Mm-hmm.
I'm helping you create the vibration of creation.
And I go in there and make sure that on a technical level, your circuits and your computers and what have you can handle it, can allow it.
And allow it. And in prosperity, we create what we want. So if you have an attitude of, I am the best, I am the most successful, I am this, I am that, and you remain positive and you believe with every fiber, you'll receive. However, if you create a doubt, that doubt is what comes back.
Yeah. It's all about what frequency of vibration you are both transmitting and receiving, because it's always a reciprocal process going on. Therefore, having changed it in me when we worked before, that transmission was received by my colleague, who is actually creating at the actual coalface, so to speak.
Yeah. So by you creating your vibration, and by hypnotherapy going in and helping you create that vibration from a subconscious level, it communicated instantaneously to your colleague.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
based on the law of quantum mechanics and quantum physics. Because two particles can be in the same place at the same time, or one particle can be in one place at the same time. One particle can be in two places at the same time. And one particle can be in multiple places at the same time. So that's how geotran works on my limited number. And hypnotherapy creates the vibration.
Mm-hmm.
So do non-living create energy or only people? All living has energy.
For a given value of living.
For value, well, plants, they give off energy.
Yeah, I mean, the planet as a whole has a frequency of vibration.
Has a
And
frequency.
it would be an interesting question about whether the planet as a whole is a living being or not. But
Correct.
also I can, I work all the time on people's companies, for instance.
Right.
Now, is that a living being or not? I don't know. So,
well, a corporation is defined as a person.
Yes, but
to answer the question,
in law, yes, but
it's a legal person. In the definition, it's a legal person, whatever that means. But to answer the question about non-living entities, they have a vibration.
They still have a vibration.
They have a vibration. Whether or not they emit it, I don't know. And this is where quantum physics, I have a hard time understanding it, because on the atomic level, everything has a vibration, and everything is created by atoms.
Mm-hmm.
But what they don't understand is how is something like wood created from atoms?
And this is a theoretical question that we could absolutely spend the next 6 episodes talking about, but we're not gonna.
We're not going to, because it is, I don't understand it. I took classes on it, been there, done that, walked away going, I'll let the theoretical scientists work on that. I don't need to, let the physicists work on that.
But the point is,
the point is that you create the vibration and you fine-tune the vibration, and hypnotherapy goes in and supports the vibration and amplifies it.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So it's for me, one of the things that's very interesting about the overlap between, say, geotran or similar techniques and hypnotherapy is that we are both working primarily in the subconscious, because the subconscious actually sets your defaults and it sets your limits. So as you know, because you have been in my class, I can find out for anybody what the limit of how much money they can receive in a given month, for instance.
Right. If you did that on me, and I was shocked.
What you've done. But the thing is that by lifting those limits, by going in on a technical level and saying, okay, does this switch you off, or are you still switched on for this beneficial thing that you desire?
Right.
Yeah? Then that is telling your system, yes, you can allow this. We are not going to react badly to this. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So in a sense, it's very similar to that super easy allergy elimination technique that I showed you.
Right.
Yeah. Right. It's that, okay, if you go over that limit, let's say, I'm not going to do this for you specifically, Kevin, but let's say my buddy Michael around the corner. Okay.
Uh-huh.
He won't mind if I test his field, because I'm not going to change anything in it. Right? By the way, this is my best friend, the physics professor, who has no idea what I do or how I do it, and basically thinks it's something that you have to believe in. Whereas I have successfully used geotran on horses, cats, dogs, babies, and the occasional goat. And as far as I know, they do not have a belief system about energy healing work. So this is the same best friend who every so often will say, well, you know that thing you do that I don't believe in? Well, you know, my shoulder hurts. Could you kind of do that thing?
Surprise.
Anyway, if I were to check Michael or anybody listening, it's super easy to check. Okay, so Michael will allow himself to receive 0 to 5, 5 to 10, 10 to 15, 10, 11, 12. He'll allow himself to receive about $12,000 in a given month, which actually happens to be his salary, more or less.
Yeah.
What would happen if he were to receive a windfall, say, of some substantial amount, is that he would find a way to get it out of his field again. By having an accident, by getting ill, by giving it away, by whatever. His field is not comfortable with more than about $12,000 a month. Yeah. And I mean, the good thing about Geotran is that it's super easy to fix that, to lift that cap. Now, I'm working in the computer system, which really is, that 90% of your subconscious anyway. But in the same way that if you're looking into your laptop, even if you physically look at the hard drive, you're not going to see the files.
No.
Right? You're not going to see the files, but you know how to use the search engine or search function, and you can bring the file up that you created last week or last month or last year or whenever, and you can change that file if it comes up. But what if that file is misfiled and you can't find it? What if your computer itself is not functioning properly? What if your operating system is out? What if well, you know all the kinds of things that can happen with computers, yeah? Right. So that's why the briefest description of what I do is that I'm the local 19-year-old who comes along and goes at your keyboard. Your computer works again, and you could learn how to do that. But it's really a lot easier and faster to let me do it. I mean, that's what I do. And I think that there's a lot of overlap there, Dr. Kevin, with what you do, because you're also going under the hood, or the bonnet as we would call it in the UK. Yeah. And saying, oh, wait a minute, that thing there is not working somehow. Right. But we can replace it, or we can fix it, or we can get it to work again. We can get it to be compatible with your desire, as you would put it, or your goal, as I would put it, in Geotran. So both of us working in that area of the subconscious that forms our defaults. Correct. And that's where we can change what we allow. It's really not about saying the affirmations over and over again. I have nothing against affirmations. If you want to use affirmations, you find them, they work for you, fantastic. Hey, they're all tools in the toolbox. But in general, that's only going to get you so far, because it's in that 10% that is the conscious. Right. Whereas the real change happens in the 90% that is the subconscious.
Yeah. The subconscious is, it's the control panel for the entire body. It controls everything.
Absolutely. And not just the physical body, but everything that we're creating in the sensory
vibrations. It controls the vibrations that we put off. There was even a research article that said that people can be trained to emit photons.
Oh gosh, yeah. Wonderful.
And that was news to me. I'm going, oh my gosh.
You don't see this glow behind me? I mean, my hair is actually dark brown, but look.
Well, it's fascinating. So we can generate photons. Plants can generate photons.
Oh, absolutely.
There was a research that was done on plants, and they found that plants will actually scream if you threaten them. We just can't hear the vibration.
Yeah. We have really exceptionally limited sensory apparatus. Oh, what is a photon? A photon is a particle of light. Yeah. So when you're out in the sunlight, you're being bombarded by photons.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Yes, there in the imagination there is a weapon that fires a stream of photons, and just for the sake of brevity, they call it a photon or a photon phaser. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
And a photon is just a particle.
yeah, yeah.
So
Or possibly a wave. That's a whole other
well,
discussion.
it is a wave. They have demonstrated it to be a wave.
Yeah.
And it's a wave of particles.
Anyway, the point is,
Point is, we're going way too deep.
Yeah. in human design, we both have open head centers, and that means that we go herring off after questions that are not really important or topics of conversation that we
Yeah.
find very interesting, but not really to the purpose. So let's get back to our purpose. And our purpose here is to demonstrate how we can create more prosperity by either by using the hypnotherapy technique, or by using geotran, or by using activations for that matter,
Right.
in such a way that you, the viewer, the listener, are going to see this wonderful increase in your own prosperity. Just from what we're doing here, just from watching the replay. And I hope you're going to get back to us and just really tell us how your life has improved from that perspective.
And you did it for me. It was so funny. We on the master class you cleared for abundance.
That's right.
And right after I got off the class, I got clients. More clients just came out of the universe.
Yeah, isn't that great? Because there really, really is infinite supply. The question is, what is the size of your container? What
Right.
are you going to allow yourself to receive, to create? Yeah, it's
And that's where they run into glitches.
Yes.
And they don't realize it.
Also true. Yeah.
And they self-limit their prosperity.
Mm-hmm.
And they think
things like not allowing themselves to receive more than a certain amount per month.
Yeah. So people operate from a mode of scarcity. We think that the universe is scarce. But in reality, the universe is totally abundant and wants to share that abundance with you.
Yeah.
But you first have to create it in your mind, which hypnotherapy can help you do. Hypnotherapy can help to seat what you want.
Yes.
Identify what you want, to picture, visualize, and imagine it in the subconscious.
Mm-hmm.
So that you can create the vibration to get it. And then people will fall down on the creation because they just don't know what they want. And they just say, I want $1 million. Well, so okay.
Universe goes, all right, you don't want $1 million? Fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you look at the really high functioning people that are really in the upper financial tiers of the economy, they just believed that it was going to happen, and they knew how to create it in their mind. In their mind's eye, they saw what they needed to do.
Yes.
And then they unblocked for allowing it to happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's how they became successful.
That's right.
It's not rocket science, unless you're talking to Elon Musk.
I'm not sure about that. As someone else said,
Unblock me. I want to prosper.
I saw on Facebook the other day, and I completely agree with this. If making money or being prosperous or being rich was only about hard work, oh man! Firstly, women would own the world, and secondly, third world farm laborers who were working 12 hours a day would be receiving at a much higher level. So it really, from my perspective, it really, 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 really starts with what you will allow, making sure that there are no glitches in the way. Glitches is exactly the right word there. And then using what you don't want as a contrast, for what you do want. So one of the things that I tell people all the time is, watch your language, because usually they've just said something that it puts an automatic limit on what they say they desire.
Right.
Yeah, because it's got to come from both sides. You got to have the pictures, you got to have the words. My teacher used to say, you see it, you say it, you allow it to happen. Yeah,
exactly.
And we can assist in all three of those.
Yeah, whatever you put out there verbally comes back to you.
Yeah, and whatever you're focused on, the universe assumes you want more of it.
Yes. Exactly.
So if you're focused on rage, hatred, disappointment, depression, if you're focused on political extremism, either for or against, whatever it is, you're spending your time and your emotional energy and your vibrational capacity on, that is going to show up at the same level. It may not show up in exactly the same form, but it is going to show up in the same frequency.
Yeah. So what comes back to you is exactly what you believe and say.
And yes.
And what you allow to happen. And you can change all of that. And so what you and I are basically saying is that in our own way and in our own techniques, we overlap.
Yes.
So I help to set the person up to do their creating, and then I can help them release that allowing piece of it, and so can you.
Yes, exactly. It's just the differences are really like the differences between Mac and Apple computers.
Yeah, that's all.
Did I say Mac and Apple computers? You know what I meant. PC
and Mac.
You can see that I only like Mac computers and I only talk about Mac computers. So I do not allow PC-ness into my realm.
I have a PC, so we're communicating. How fun.
It's all right, Dr. Kevin. I forgive you.
Oh, and I forgive you. So
forgiveness is very important. Prosperity. Anyway, so how can we best and most efficiently and most completely demonstrate this to our dear listeners, who I'm sure would like to at least be receiving, say, 2, 3, 10, or 20 times what they have set up for themselves at the moment?
Well, we could do a short hypnosis to set the stage of creation.
Okay, and then I can come in and make sure that everyone is unglitched.
Yes. And so that will demonstrate how we work together using different theories.
Yes, and certainly different techniques as well.
Different techniques.
That's one of the marvelous things about being in the world, don't you think? Is that there are all kinds of ways to get from here to the desired there.
Yeah.
And I kind of like it that people have other tools in their toolbox.
So what I would recommend is, since we're going to be doing a demonstration of hypnosis, please don't be driving a car. Please don't be operating machinery. Please be in a safe, comfortable place. If you wish to participate, that's fine. If you don't, that's fine as well. And so thank you. This is a live hypnosis session.
Yeah.
So avoid distractions. Put the pets outside for a little bit. Well, not the kitties. The kitties can just go in another room.
Well, they will criticize your technique. Yeah.
Yeah. They do. They do. I have 2 cats that are on my desk pretty much all the time when I'm doing hypnosis, and they're tapping me, going, "You could have said this better." But anyway, I digress. They do. So please, 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 please give yourself permission to participate if you wish. Hypnosis will not work unless you approve it. You have to give permission for it to happen.
Mhm.
So we're going to do a short hypnosis, and then Dr. Kyre will do a clearing. Is that the right word?
Clearing integration. We'll see what the group field requires.
Yes, we will. All right, my friends, we're going to get started on the hypnosis piece. Okay. So I'm going to ask people to get comfortable and close your eyes. Allow your eyes to close. Take 5 deep breaths. Breathe in relaxation. Breathe out any stress or tension. As you're breathing in relaxation, you're coming to a grand staircase. The most beautiful staircase you've ever imagined, picturize, or visualize. It's sturdy. It's safe. It's got a sturdy handrail. And we're going to be counting backwards from 10 to 0. From 10, we're stepping down to 9, and we're doubling our relaxation, drifting deeper and deeper, allowing our muscles to relax. And then from 9 to 8, doubling our relaxation again, feeling totally relaxed, breathing in comfort, breathing out relaxation, free of distractions. You're listening to my voice, and as you're listening to my voice, your mind will focus, and you'll not be distracted by anything in the area. From 8 to 7, going deeper and deeper, we're drifting deeper and deeper, feeling more relaxed, allowing our eyelids to just relax and remain shut, totally unaware of our surroundings, focusing on my voice. Going from 7 to 6, going deeper and deeper, feeling more relaxed, drifting deeper and deeper. From 6 to 5, we're going deeper, feeling more relaxed, feeling our muscles relax, feeling the muscles elongate. So focused that you're feeling like either you're sinking into the chair or you're floating above it. Or maybe both. From 5 to 4, doubling our relaxation, doubling our deepness, drifting deeper and deeper, deeper and deeper. Going from 4 to 3, drifting deeper and deeper, feeling more relaxed. Breathing in total relaxation. Breathing out any tension or apprehension or stress. Focusing your mind completely, turning inward, paying attention to only my voice, going deeper and deeper. From 3 to 2, drifting deeper and deeper, going deeper and deeper. From 2 to 1, you're ready to step down to 0. From 1 to 0, and 0 always means deep sleep. For the purposes of hypnosis and hypnosis only, and only with your permission. By closing your eyes and taking 5 deep breaths and repeating the words deep sleep, you'll be able to return to this level quickly and easily, and if not deeper. Feeling totally relaxed. Totally relaxed. At 0, you're in a hallway. It's a long hallway. And as you go by the rooms, you see them numbered. The first one is number 5. And as you walk past it, you're drifting deeper and deeper, feeling more relaxed, deeper and deeper. At 4, drifting deeper and deeper, feeling more relaxed, feeling like you're either floating or anchored in the chair. You could be feeling heavy, or you could be feeling like you're floating above the chair. And it's okay if you feel both. From 4 to 3, going deeper and deeper, feeling more relaxed, drifting deeper and deeper. From 3 to 2, going deeper and deeper, feeling more relaxed. From 2 to 1, and then you come to the door 0, and that always means deep sleep for the purposes of hypnosis and hypnosis only. And the door 0, you open it up, and you walk inside, and it is a magnificent room. It is huge. You see all these monitors, knobs, and controls. The monitors are blinking, and the monitors are changing colors. But now we're going to the monitor that says creation. It's easy to find. It's right there. And you can determine what color it is. You're in control of that. You find the knob that is the autopilot, and you switch that off. And then another knob lights up, and you're able to turn that up. And as you turn it to the right, you feel your ability to create, to imagine, to picture, to put thoughts into concrete form. And as you turn that up, you're now creating prosperity. You're creating prosperity. You can picture it, you can visualize it, and you can imagine it. You can see it, you can feel it, and you can taste it. It tastes rich. It feels luxurious. It looks chic. It looks how you want it to look. And once you've turned that knob up to the level that you want, we go back to the autopilot switch and we turn that back on. You can feel a jolt of energy go through your body from head to toe and toe to head. You can visualize, picture, or imagine exactly what your prosperity looks like. You can taste it, you can feel it, and you can see it. It is a real entity. Now, our work is done. You've created an abundance to create. So now it's time to go back to the door. We're going to close the door. But you've been given a gift. It's in a box. It's got a lid. It is the gift of the law of creation. It's yours. Free. And you're walking back down the hallway. And you're coming back to a staircase, and we're going to go from 0 to 5. 0 always means deep sleep for the purposes of hypnosis and hypnosis only, and only with your permission. By closing your eyes and taking 5 deep breaths and repeating the words deep sleep, you'll be able to return to this level, if not deeper, quickly and easily, and you'll be able to return to your control room quickly and easily. At 1, we're coming back. At 2, you have your box with the gift of the law of creation. At 3, you can feel the chair, you can feel the room. At 4, you're back in the room, you're back in your body. And 5, eyes open, wide awake. You have your box with the law of creation. It's right there.
Woo! Fabulous as always. Thank you, Dr. Kevin. And
So
now we're going to back it up with a little geotran. Okay. Now, there is a theory or a belief that what you will allow is connected with your self-worth, your self-esteem, your self-worth, what you feel you deserve, basically. Well, there is a place on the body or in the field really, where we can check that. It's right here.
Okay.
So if I were to test that, for example, on you, Kevin, because you're the one who's here, down a little bit. Yeah, perfect. Okay, that's actually off for you for this goal. So
wow.
Yeah,
okay.
Isn't that interesting? So right hand, cone the fingers of the right hand, about an inch off the body. You're going to go clockwise, which is, yes, that's right, clockwise, and say 4-2.
4-2.
Okay, now touch the point again. Right? And now you're on. So our verbal pretest would be, I have 100% self-esteem, 100% self-worth, 100% self-love, 100% self-value. You see how quickly we can reset that. It's a technical
Wow.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
I can feel the energy. I feel the energy.
It's great, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. Now I'd like you to touch your solar plexus in here, just under the rib cage. And that's off as well. So, okay. So take your hand away, because we never do a verbal and a nonverbal at the same time, pretest. So I'd like you to just say, I choose to succeed.
I choose to succeed.
And that's off. By the way, you all see that what I'm doing here is I'm muscle testing for him. Yeah. So this is a yes, that's a no. Okay. So again, right hand clockwise over the solar plexus, 2-2.
2-2.
Okay, so take your hand away. Say, I choose to succeed.
I choose to succeed.
See how quickly we can reset these points. These are the first two of the subconscious clearings. There are 4. They're shown in my Facebook group, Light Me Up Coaching Facebook group. So go get them there, or get in touch with me. Obviously, email is best, and I will send that along to you. So I do that every day. That's how I start my day. I start my day with 3 dozen Geotran codes and practices, because it's the equivalent of my opening up my laptop, and I know it's going to take a minute to come up because it's running a little series of tests behind the scenes to say, okay, is the wiring okay? Yeah, good. Okay, is the operating system okay? Yeah, right. Got any glitches anywhere? We'll fix them. Before we let you in, we're going to fix them. Right? So that's what I'm doing here with the Geotran. But we also have specific Geotran codes for prosperity and abundance. Now, of course, you know that we're talking about more than just financial prosperity, although that's a great place to start. We're talking about relationships that work all the time. We're talking about a physical health that supports you all the time. Yeah. So, and more than anything else, we're talking about actually having a happy life. Yeah, I mean, there's a reason there's a cliche. Money won't make you happy. It's
Yeah.
just, well, yeah, but it'll make you a lot more comfortable if you're miserable. But
but then it's going to make you miserable because you don't know how to be comfortable.
Oh, that may be true. That's a different issue. My point is that all of these things, all of these aspects need to be in balance for you to have a prosperous life, and for you to have the life that you're actually designed to have in terms of your divine blueprint. And it's going to look different for you than it is for me, or for Dr. Kevin, or for our wonderful producer, Angie B. Yeah, because we have different blueprints. So, but we still have similar conditions, you see. So in my MacBook Pro, yeah, I'm still going to want to do similar things to the things that you're attempting to do in your PC, right? We're still going to want to write a letter, or create a workshop, or speak by email with our friends and clients, or whatever it is we're using the computer for. Yeah. So we need to make sure that that your computer and your circuitry in general is actually able to handle the desires that we are creating in that control room. Right? So in Geotran, having once, got your self-esteem up where it should be, and make sure that you can allow some success in your life, we have there are 5 spirits of wealth, and I'm not able to share my screen here, but that's okay. I can at least read off it. And each of these spirits of wealth, in order to get alignment with the spirits of wealth, we have actual Geotran codes. Now, Geotran is all about going into the field, identifying where the issue is, and rebalancing or recorrecting how the energy flows through those points. So in that respect, it's sort of like acupuncture, yes? Because in acupuncture, points and meridians, and you can adjust the flow of energy to have more energy or less energy running through those meridians and points to have a certain impact on the field. Well, as my guides keep telling me, and they say this, believe me, on a daily basis, it's less about technique, more about alignment. And isn't that what we've been talking about today? We've been talking about alignment. Are you aligned with the prosperity that is available for you? Yeah.
Is your subconscious and your conscious in the same alignment?
Exactly. Yeah. And both of them in alignment with, for example, the spirit of restitution, the spirit of liberty, the spirit of attraction, the spirit of order, and the spirit of opulence. Those are our 5 spirits of wealth. Right? So I'm just going to ask in the field. And I'm going to ask for you, Dr. Kevin, because you're the one sitting in front of me.
Thank you. Thank you.
But I'm also asking for everybody who is watching this, both in the original transmission, the people who are backstage as we're recording this, the people who are watching the replay further down the line, because this is not going to actually be transmitted for probably another 8 weeks, but that's okay. We've cleaned up the field. You should already be feeling better by then. Okay. So please say to me, I have 100% of the spirit of restitution.
I have 100% spirit of restitution.
And that's a no. Say, I have 100% the spirit of liberty.
I have 100% the spirit of liberty.
Actually, that's yes. Woo. I have 100% of the spirit of attraction.
I have 100% the spirit of attraction.
Yes. I have 100% of the spirit of order.
I have 100% spirit of order.
That's a no. Here's my personal favorite coming up. I have a 100% the spirit of opulence.
I have 100% the spirit of opulence.
And that's a no. Okay, so I was not writing that down. Okay, I know you have 100% the spirit of liberty and the spirit of attraction. Okay, that's 2 and 3. We're just going to put them over here because if they are fine, we're not going to mess with them, right?
Right.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you in order of priority, which of these corrections does Kevin require? And remember, he's representing the whole group here. Spirit of order, spirit of restitution. Now, restitution means if someone has done wrong to you, you can ask for restitution, not necessarily from them, but from spirit.
Mm-hmm.
On the other hand, if you have done something amiss, then you need to make restitution to the other person.
Okay.
Yes? So the fact that is a little bit out does not necessarily mean that you yourself, Kevin, need to make restitution. But this is a bit of homework, might be worth it looking.
Yeah.
Okay, so we are not going into a whole bunch of self-judgment, self-condemnation. That's not the point. We're doing this on a technical level.
Okay.
All right. So here is, I'm going to do the codes. It's right-hand clockwise over the bony part of the chest. 41.4.9.1.42.4.1.9.9.9.9.9.9.9.9.9.9.9.91 seal. Okay. So please say to me, I have 100% the spirit of restitution.
I have 100% the spirit of restitution.
And now it's on.
Wow.
Ooh, you see? Technical clearing. I love technical clearings, and this is why. In this realm that you and I work in, which is basically the therapeutic realm, right? Roughly speaking.
Yeah.
There is we do want people to take responsibility for the patterns that they have created or allowed.
Right.
And if we've hurt other people or whatever it may be, yeah? But as a species, we are only too inclined to beat ourselves up.
Right.
So it's got to be this fine balance here, right? So what I like about a technical clearing is the computer doesn't care if I shout at it.
No.
It doesn't make any difference to the computer. It's not even aware of something being amiss. As far as the computer is concerned, it's like, oh, coding, I can do that, right?
Yeah.
Well, the same is true of people. It's like, it's so much better and easier to shift the energy if you go to a place of, oh, that needs to change. Okay, I can do that.
Yeah.
Rather than, I'm a bad person. I mean, my teacher always instructed us, never, ever, ever, for example, say you're sorry. Because what is that telling your system? You're a sorry piece of whatever.
Yeah.
It's totally okay and appropriate to apologize if you've done something amiss. At the point you say, I apologize. and you try and demonstrate that you're changing whatever it is that's upset or annoyed the other person.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But even on that level, it's like, stop with the self-judgment and the self-condemnation. Just see what needs to be changed and change it, knowing that you are inherently, innately whole,
Mm-hmm.
not broken. Not broken. Okay. Oof. That's today's little rant. Okay. Next, in order priority, the spirit of order. Okay. One of the things that my teacher said all the time is we have a God of order. And so if you are constantly in chaos in your physical surroundings, in your office or wherever, it's like you're not leaving any room for prosperity to come to you.
Thank God you can't see my office.
I wasn't even going to inquire. I did have a client once for years, and her house was always a constant mess. And I said to her over and over again, now listen, you can have money or you can have chaos. Which do you prefer? Which are you choosing? Now, with her mind, consciously, she was choosing prosperity. But with her not mind, subconsciously, by her
Mhm.
action, she was choosing chaos. And, she died without any money. She grew up in a family of millionaires, and she died
Yeah.
without money. Because that was a higher priority for her, was the mess.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody out there who's messy, I'm going to start pointing fingers soon. Okay, so let's clear that.
Yes, let's do, so I can clear my office.
Let's get you back in alignment with the spirit of order. All right, now this is right-hand clockwise over the top of the pubic bone, okay?
Okay.
Okay, 94.1.2.4.94.91 to 94million.1. Fingertips together, state, to God be the glory forever, amen.
To God be the glory forever.
Forever, amen. Whoa, woohoo! Now, I don't know about you, but I really felt that one go in.
I'm feeling some energy going through.
Oh, good. That's our plan. Okay, so say I have 100% the spirit of order.
I have 100% the spirit of order.
And you see that that's strong now. Okay, so the other one that was off was the spirit of opulence. Oh, and by the way, we could actually work out what percentages, but we're not taking the time today.
Yeah.
We'll focus on other stuff. Okay, so say I have the spirit, 100% the spirit of opulence.
I have 100% the spirit of opulence.
And that's off. Big surprise. This is right-hand clockwise over the left eye. 49million.1.9.4.41million.4.1. Seal. Say, I have the spirit of 100% the spirit of opulence.
I have 100% the spirit of opulence.
Oh, good job. So now, Dr. Kevin and everybody else on the call who chooses to accept and allow this is 100% in alignment with the spirits of wealth. That's a yes.
Yay!
Woo! And that actually brings us to the end of our program. So, dear lovely people, thank you, Dr. Kevin.
As always, thank you. It's such an honor and a pleasure.
Now, anybody who wants to work with Dr. Kevin directly, go to his website there, kevinrichardsontherapy.com. Anybody who wants to work with me directly, would love to see you. Both of us are on Facebook, and my Facebook group is where you can get all sorts of lovely freebies, is Light Me Up Coaching on Facebook. Mm-hmm. But I have numerous websites as well, and you can always find me on drkyreadept@gmail.com. And I just expect to hear great things. So thank you all for watching, coming and playing with us, and we'll bring you something just as fabulous, okay, almost as fabulous next week. Maybe this week. We can but hope. We can set our intention.
We can, and I can help anchor it.
Right. And thanks also to our fabulous producer, Angie B of Angie B Productions.
Yes.
We couldn't do it without you. Mwah. See you all next week. Bye.
Right. Bye-bye.